What are the 2 to 3 features you look for in an AI company when you're choosing to build, buy, partner in that situation?
So, I'll consider features just, aspects or, attributes about that particular customer or a vendor. Um, I think number one, it's, a willingness to understand my business, right? So not just what they're selling, but what are we going to be using it for? What are the problems we're trying to solve? So I mentioned that bi-directional communication. I'm not looking for a transactional opportunity where I pay money and I get something and that that's done. There's likely in an academic environment, at least for us, there's likely going to be tweaks and changes and uniqueness about us that is going to drive some changes and alterations to that particular piece of software. Um, so that's kind of number one. Number two is certainly financial sustainability. We want to make sure that the vendor is going to be in business and for the long term and is situated in a place they're a leader in their space, up and coming. There's a lot of these verticals that are starting to form, and in some of them there's a lot of players, and in some of them there's not many. So it's trying to figure out how everything's going to shake out in the end and who's going to come out on top is really hard to do. But that's something that we certainly look at is what is their long term, what is their longevity as an organization. um, and then I think it's lastly, it's how well are they executing on what they're doing, right? So looking at um, their references, looking at what have they published. That's a big one for us. Have they done any studies that prove that what they're saying they can do actually has been done and at other organizations? So I think taking um, taking vendors at their word is certainly not what you want to do. You want to make sure they can back that up, and so that's I think one of the most important aspects for us.